Record.
Awesome.
Hey guys.
Eat and drink event 18th of October.
Yeah, and we've got Hollie online today. Let's find you, Hollie. Where are you?
Hello.
Hi.
Great to have you. I'm so glad that you could jump on.
Yes.
So let's start out with the first question. So tell everybody who Hollie is. So why don't you give us a bit of your background and sort of what got you to where you are today?
Yeah. Well, I don't know how far you want to go back, but I grew up in a farm in Jamestown in the mid-north, and then went to school and then went to Adelaide to uni. Got a job and have worked as an airboy for 10 years, all across the state, even went up to the mines and on an army base for a little while. But just totally burnt out from doing all that and shift work. And night shifts, I did 14-hour night shifts and they were just exhausting. So wanted a bit of a change, so took a year off and went travelling overseas and knew I wanted to start up my own business but wasn't really sure what in, and did heaps of research as to different business ideas, and then found Facebook advertising and thought it would really help small businesses, especially local people in the area, because I was in the Clare Valley at the time. So just taught myself all about Facebook ads and Facebook marketing, and then started showing other people, and then that led to doing it for people, because everyone said they're time poor and can you just do it for me. So I did that for a while, but find it got me quite anxious and stressed, because if the campaign didn't go very well, then I felt responsible for that. But there's lots of obviously there's lots of different factors that go into campaigns and what makes them work and not work. So ended up doing a whole rebrand. So I branded myself as Red Giraffe Marketing, and then realised I was really out of alignment, went through a really tough process. I call it like almost entrepreneurial depression, I would say, and just wrote down a list of the things that I love to do in our business and then a list of things that I hated. Ended up sacking my VA in the Philippines, which I had, who was helping me, and have just gone all into training and teaching people how to do it themselves. So
awesome. I think that's almost a gold nugget in itself, talking about depression in entrepreneurism, because there's definitely the highs and lows, and sometimes the lows can feel so low that it's hard to see how you're going to pull yourself out of it, and also registering that you definitely do not need to feel like that, that you're allowed to stop and sit back and go, okay, what do I love about what I'm doing, and what do I really not love about what I'm doing?
Yeah, and Casey's, you're saying isolation. Yeah, I was working from home, so I've gone from paramedic, so amongst people day in, day out, to working from home in my own company for 6 months, sort of 8 months, 6 months when it got through winters where I cracked. And then, it's only the last couple of months I've gone and got a couple part-time jobs and just a completely new person. And it took me a month to come to grips with actually going and getting a part-time job, because I thought I'd failed. And I'd failed in my business if I'd go and got a job and everyone would think it was failed, and no one's given a shit.
Well, you're happier and so they're happier, and everybody's it's funny, isn't it, the way our mind works? So and so now it's part-time, and to be honest, I've probably stepped right back from it and haven't had any clients for the last month or so, but now they're sort of trickling in, and I haven't had time because I'm so busy learning these part-time jobs. But it's been good to take a break and then go back in refreshed as well. So that's my
good point, Hollie. A lot of people, number one, we're getting a lot of feedback on the chat, just so you know, talking about isolation and working from home, and like Miriam saying she nearly went nuts yesterday just working from home for one day, and then let alone 2 years. And Cassie's talking about the fact that she's referring to isolation as well, and agreeing with you. And obviously Smart Chicks has been brought about to help solo entrepreneurs have a safe place to fall. But I just love the fact that you've brought up the part-time job thing, because a lot of people don't realise that when they first start, maybe that's actually normal to be working as well as, so when you come from a...
I believe now, going through that you should never quit your job and jump into a full-time business like entrepreneurs. You should always ease out of your job until that takes over. So it should be a part-time transition. And all these, you know, people you see that got successful and all the conferences and people just hating their 9-to-5 job and ready to quit, I would never do it. Always keep a part-time job. It just keeps you so balanced. You've got that income, because I was so stressed about money and paying bills.
You couldn't actually. Yeah.
And I was in survival mode, and you get desperate, and it's never going to work when you're in that sort of mindset.
No, right.
Yeah.
100% right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I found out. That's my advice with anyone starting a business, is always have a job.
Yeah, if you need money. Sorry, go ahead.
And you are feeling good, and you said the clients are starting to trickle through again. So tell us, what's your action plan now, and how do you help people?
So I do training, one-on-one training with people through Skype. So we book in a session for an hour, and so I see your screen and we set the ads up in your account, and then it's all recorded. So you're creating a training library of your Facebook ads and everything like that. So yeah, it's good fun, and you get to see all sorts of different businesses and what they're doing, and people's amazing journeys of where they've come from with their business, and yeah, just see different industries and what works in different industries and not in others. So it's really fun, and learning heaps of stuff from because they know their business so well. So it's awesome to get their information and their knowledge of their customers and everything. And then, you know, I teach them the Facebook stuff. So you mix that together, and usually you get awesome results. And it's really empowering, because most of the people I've taught have taken it, like they've learnt it, so now they've got a new skill, and then they just take it, and the stuff they produce from it and what it's done to their business has been really exciting. So it's good.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool.
Now, Kirsty has spent a little bit of time with you, Hollie. So maybe, do you want to give everyone a bit of an idea of the way that Hollie works? And because you loved Hollie, right?
Yeah.
She was raving about you. She was telling me, I'm so pissed off that you weren't with me. Meet her. So, what was your experience working with Hollie?
Well, on top of the fact she's just a beautiful lady. Like, when we met and caught up, we had so many things to talk about, and so many things that were great. And, you know, I think we talked a lot about that experience before, like you said, where, you know, I think we talked about Brad Sugars, and we talked about like lots of different learning things, and a coach that you'd had that hadn't really kind of aligned very well. And sometimes the advice we get, I don't know, maybe they're desperate, and so the advice they're giving isn't actually coming from the right place for them either, and I don't know, but you do have to do what feels right for you. So like, we had great conversations, and then we did a session and we recorded, and we went through, and you showed me how to sort of set it up, and how to be able to sort of tweak that. And I think knowledge is power, and in today's world, with a lot of people wanting to have a business, they do need to learn how to do a certain amount of it so they can get active. I mean, Adair's fabulous with that as well, with, you know, really helping people to understand social media and teaching them how to be self-sufficient. Isn't that what it's about, you know? And then they feel confident to be able to go on and build it from there. And most people can't afford to outsource a lot of things for a long time. And we have to know that sometimes a duck will come on top, and our feet are paddling madly trying to gain that traction. And yeah, I was only just saying, who was I chatting to earlier, and we're talking about how in business, you know, when you're working a job, sometimes they're basically investing in you and paying money while you're not necessarily making them any money, but they can afford to buffer that cost to pay for you to be there until you get to a point you're making the money. When you're in business, you're just putting that time in and prepared to do that. So learning that with you was great. I actually need to do a few more to probably further go. That's why the workshop that you talked about doing at SAS Place, and when you talked about doing an online one, I'd still really love to talk to you about that, because I think that there's a lot of people in the community, and even though it'll be, obviously it's always a little bit more generic when you do it in a in a group setting, because you're kind of advising them, and it's going to be a bit different for different people. But I think that right from the get, there's people that don't even know some of the real basics on, never boost a post from your page or from your group or from your whatever, always pay and do it through your ads manager, and some of those key things that it's really good for people to know, because there's a lot of people out there just wasting money that you could tell them straight off the bat, you're wasting money. Like,
I saw a stat that said 90% of paid advertising is boosting posts. So majority of people are doing it not as effectively as they could be. Like, there's a time and a place for boosting posts, but it's so much better if you set them up properly and you've got a strategy behind it. So yeah.
And I mean, one of Brad Sugar's biggest things, sorry, Courts, just one last thing. Brad Sugar's biggest thing that I loved really was he always talks about test and measure. And I think there's no better example of that than advertising, but particularly Facebook advertising, and understanding that with Facebook advertising, it's about, make one change and leave that for 3 days, and make one more change and leave that for 3 days. Like, even if you get something then that's working, then you still can't go, right, let's, go from $50 to $500, because then that is too big a change as well. You still need to progressively move that up over time. So all of those things are real gold nuggets that I think people just don't know. And it's such a minefield.
Yeah, and it is.
I was going to ask everyone online, because this is such an interactive, I think this might be a good way for Hollie to add some value to the guys that can actually write in the chat. There's a lot of confusion around Facebook advertising. There's a lot of, fear about wasting money or just total ignorance, I guess, as well. What you don't know, you don't know. So does anyone online at the moment have any questions that they would like to ask Hollie? Because she might be able to just sort of debunk some of the myths, or also give you a bit of a golden nugget as well. So I know for me, like, while we're waiting for the questions to come in, would you say that there are some businesses that you would really recommend do look at Facebook sponsored posts? Like, what's an ideal business for a sponsored post?
Well, any business can advertise on Facebook, and you've just got to know your audience really well and what they're going to interact with and what they want. So I don't believe you sell on Facebook. I think, what about the know, like, and trust? Yeah, so Cassie, I think Facebook is a great way of building the know, like, and trust. And video is going nuts at the moment. So Facebook Lives I've been playing around with get three times the reach that any normal post does. And any video you post on there, Facebook spreads it out to so many more people, and that's the way of the future. They're gonna go all video. If you've seen their 360 videos, what they're doing with that and virtual reality, it's phenomenal. So and you don't even have to be in them. You don't even have to be in these videos. Like Fiverr can create videos from your photos, and you do that sort of thing. But there's got to be sort of a strategy behind it. Just boosting posts and throwing money at boosting posts is not going to get you the results you're after. It will reach more people, yes, but it's not going to get them on your email list, to your website. You can't then retarget them with specific messages that they go to a certain page on your website. Then you can send them a Facebook ad. And ideally, Facebook is to build the know, like, and trust.
Yep, it's just paused.
We're waiting. We're trying to. We're going to build the know, like, and trust. What happens next?
Suspense.
Let's see what's happened to Hollie now. I can see that. So I know that she's there.
She's back. Okay, we just cut out for a little bit. So go back about.
No, that's right, Miriam. We're building suspense.
That's right. So just go back 60 seconds. You said, build the know, like, and trust.
Yeah. So I went to a conference with Karen Ray, and he's saying that social media is changing people's purchasing behaviour, but brick and mortar businesses might not be recognising that. So using Facebook to build the know, like, and trust with video, because people connect way better and feel like they know you with video once they've seen you a few times. So that's why that works so well, and that's the way Facebook are going. But it takes something like 11 touch points, like, so people seeing you before they trust you enough to even investigate further. And creating shareable content is the golden key on Facebook, because hitting that share button is the new word of mouth. So really understanding what your audience's problems is, and then creating your videos around that, or a message somehow around that, is what's going to work on Facebook. It's not a selling platform at all. You've got to get them on your email list or to your website to do that, and that's where you sell. And that's where I think it's a lot of it is mixed up, because people don't understand the mindset of Facebook. Google, like, when people Google stuff is when they're looking to buy. When they're on social media, they're just looking to hang out and catch up with their friends. So they're not in that buying mindset. So if you sell to them, they're just going to turn off. It's going to go woof, and they're turn off. So sorry, I missed some of those questions.
That's all right. So we'll go back up. So Cassie first said, would you do an advert for a particular program, or more so general for your business?
I would. Well, see, if you're launching a program, you need to have a bit of a campaign and build up to it, which is just understanding what your audience, what your problem that program solves, and then putting it into little nuggets that are going to be, into content. Sorry, videos, blog posts. Just, you got to give helpful value 10 times first before you can ask for that sale. So, it'd be more of a giving value strategy before that launch, and get them to know, like, and trust you, and then ask them to be on your email list with something that's helpful that they can opt into. Or even just personal messaging now is huge, and that costs you nothing but your time. A strategy that I'm testing at the moment is you post a video and you can see who reacts and click on your reactions. And if you click on that, you'll see whether they're a fan of your page or not. So you can invite them to like your page, and then you can click on there and send them a personal message and say, hey, thanks for liking my video, my blog, and start the conversation and ask them what they do, if you can help them with anything, and then have a few conversations, and then say, would you like some more information? Send me your email and your phone number. And that's a way to use Messenger to get people on your list. And it doesn't cost you anything. You've just started a conversation and built that trust. And then it just costs you your time, which, you go to the toilet a few times a day, take your phone, send a few messages. At the checkout, you're always waiting for something. So you've always got a second to reply.
I've got a question.
Go.
So I was going to say, I've got a question on that. So for ours, for example, with Smart Chicks, for growing the community and what have you, we could do video. I'm asking a question. So would we do videos on, say, just the general public page, and then obviously we can share that video and what have you, and then do exactly like you say about people that like so the video will be talking about, are you living remotely and find that, networking properly with your business is really difficult, or whatever, talk about what the problem is that people are having. So do some videos around that and how, we're able to help them with that. And then go through, and then basically we can personally message them to say, thanks for liking the video, we'd like to invite you to the coterie. And then that's how we can sort of also add to growing the size of the coterie.
Exactly. And say, did you know we have a group? This might interest you. This is what we're about. This is what we do. Click this link and check it out. Or can I send you more information? What's your email? So using Messenger, and Messenger is going to get a lot more business friendly as well, to make that conversation. And that's just going to change business hugely, because people are so social and they love that interaction now, and people love face-to-face interaction, and Facebook Messenger kind of gives that to them, but
but it's safe. So
I think you see, you can start being a bit creative with how that's Facebook are going to sort of go more they've got big plans for Messenger. So yeah.
Yeah. So I reckon we could do that on the page courts and have them actually going to an opt-in page on Fusion, where by opting in to go to that page, if they want more information on there, it's just hey, how you going? If you want to join our free Facebook group, click on this link. And so that way we're actually collecting the email addresses of those coming in that are then going into the group for, because, we've obviously been growing the coterie and what have you, but we don't have an email list of the coterie, like they're just members in the coterie. So.
Yeah, and groups, lots of people having success with groups because no one sees what you post on your page. Like it's well under 10% of your page fans post on your business page. So lots of people are creating groups because everyone sees those posts and they're very interactive, and you get way better results and better connection. And it's all about having a good community. So as you guys would know,
and they're quite private, so people feel like they're safe to talk in an environment they want to talk. I just want to go up questions wise. So Miriam said, any tips on how to use targeted audiences for maximum effect?
Yeah, get really specific. So age, gender, only ever target one interest if you're targeting interests. Only ever target one interest at a time. And you might copy the same ad, but only ever put one interest at a time, because otherwise you don't know which one worked and which one didn't. With targeting, the best targeting you can do, I think, is retargeting. So I'm not sure how much you know. So even
what size is ideal? Yeah,
so I say from 1,000 to 500,000. The more specific, the better, because you've got the right group of people. I don't believe in spending money on sending ads to people that are not going to be interested. That's just throwing money down the drain, and that's why people don't get results usually, because they don't understand the targeting and how specific you can get. So and target instead of interest targeting, so just say entrepreneurs, target things like Brad Sugars we've mentioned here, or
Marie Folio,
target people at other business pages that that your audience are hanging out on. It's much more effective. Do one at a time still, and you're going to get better results. But retargeting works even better, because you can upload your email list to Facebook and send ads to them. So it's another way, especially if you're launching, this would be really good, and you've got a list. You can do email and Facebook ads promoting the same message leading up to that launch. You can retarget the people who visit your website. So if anyone comes to your website, Facebook collects them in a group, and then you can send ads to them after. So say they go to a specific product page, you can then retarget them with a Facebook ad about that product with more information. And then you can also, from those groups, so your email list and your website and even your page fans, you can create lookalike audiences. So Facebook goes into Facebook land and finds all, sorry, read and listen, but finds the people that are super similar and like those groups of people you've already got. And that's better than interest targeting or targeting people that are on other people's pages.
Yeah, that's the bit I want to learn, is how I can target an audience like a certain audience. Yeah. Like if you've got a certain email list, or like I would like to be able to target an audience like the group that we have, but I don't know if we can do that, can we?
Yes, you can, yeah. So you can put into Facebook, go out and find me women that look like Smart Chicks, and it'll go and find you people that are within 1% similarity, which in Australia, it brings about 150,000 people up. And then you refine it again.
That'll do.
They need to be sold. It's amazing. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got questions, but I'm going to go in order. I'm not going to skip a line, guys.
I was just about to joke and say, look, see, we've opened a can of worms.
So Miriam's question was answered, and she's obviously just she's saying thank you, so that's good. Now Anna's online. Anna creates food dishes in a particular way, and she's a bit new to, I know that she'll be a bit new to all of this. So is one of the services that you provide actually assisting people to create their customer journey as well as integrating that into sponsored posts?
Yeah, definitely. So I kind of, when we first do our first session, I go through like your avatar, who it is. If you don't know that, I send you a way to do a survey and find out. Because your customers and their testimonials write all your copy as well. So your talking to your customers and getting information makes all this stuff so much easier, like what they're interested in, what their frustrations are. If you haven't, and you might have done it ages ago, but if you go back and do it again, you'll get new ideas and get testimonials because they write your ad copy. It just makes it so much easier if you know your audience and their problems and how you can help them the most. So we go back step through that and like get to know them a bit more. So yes, does that answer the question?
I think so. I think that would be good for her. And then so Pina has asked, I've seen invite to event via email or text. Hold on.
Yeah, is that what you're meaning about email list?
I've seen invite to event via email or text. Is that what you mean? Yeah.
Do you mean like you set up a Facebook event page and then?
I think it was before when you were talking about how you can set it up coming through email as well. Like you can set up a Facebook ad through email. I think she was kind of reiterating what you were saying before.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if this is where I've confused you, but so you can do your Facebook ads and then so you do a website clicks campaign, so you can send them to a URL to then opt in, and then that will collect the email addresses. Or when I was saying you can upload your email list to create a retargeting audience, you've got to do it all manual. So Facebook doesn't connect very well with email.
Integration is an issue still for Facebook.
Yeah, there's no links, and I don't see that they're gonna.
Opt-in page. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they've got your lead ads.
They do have the lead thing, but we didn't end up touching on that last time.
Yeah, so they are okay, but it's not really. It is about that, but it's not. It's still about building that trust, getting people to know you, because then they're gonna go and find you anyway. So.
Mostly trying to create your list through the information you give, through something you can give them that's going to have them go, oh, I want to have more information about that. Here's my email so I can get the information. And then that gets them into the channel of, liking your page or getting into your group and then finding out more about you or to your website. You're exactly right. And then after that, they might find something on there that they want and they'll buy.
Yes, and that's right. So LinkedIn, CSV files, you can just copy and paste people's emails and put them in.
Yeah.
And once, here's my question. I'm skipping the queue now. Once you've uploaded the email list once, so that's the tedious part, right? Getting your email list. Imagine you've got 2,000 people on your email list. It would be tedious. But once you've done that once, is that where you can actually create the lookalike audiences based on that original work?
Yes, that's right, but it doesn't update. So you every month or however often you've got to go and manually update that email list.
Okay. Yeah, but the original ones that you put in stay there?
Yes, that's right. Yep.
So that's fantastic. So basically you just need to get some VA that's not costing very much to upload all the stuff.
Every email CRM system, you can export it as a CSV to Excel, and then you literally just delete every other row except for the emails, and then you can upload that to Facebook.
Okay, so what I'm learning from... Yeah, right, man. This is good. So what we're doing with Smart Chicks at the moment, because we kind of got sidetracked with the whole grant application over the last couple of weeks, what we are working towards is finalising all of our sales funnels, and then we're going to be rolling out a campaign to basically add value. inside the coterie in order to convert the people in the coterie onto our list for the ones who want to be on our list. And then we'll be able to actually use those emails to create sponsored Facebook advertisements.
Yeah.
And you can segregate your email list too from like leads to people that have actually purchased and are customers.
Yeah.
And for different segments of your list too. And you're going to get a different lookalike audience.
Can I ask what number of emails do you think would be enough emails to be a reasonable number to give a?
Yeah, there's a minimum. I think it's. I don't want to give you a bump here.
Well, so I'm thinking, say we've got over 60. Yeah, okay, because we've got over 60 paid members at the moment. Okay, cool.
1,000? No, it's not that much. It's not 1,000. I'll double check and I'll let you know. Usually about 50% match. So not all the people you upload are going to have the same email address they use on their Facebook page. So not all of them are going to match up. So the more you have, you just got to be aware that probably half will match.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, from memory, it's only 100 or 150 that you need.
But actually, when you look on someone's profile, can you find out their email? You can look at someone's email address on their profile, can't you?
You can, but that's illegal. You've got to have consent.
Okay. Yeah.
Getting their email. Yeah, there's quite strict rules about doing the retargeting in the email list. Okay. But I mean, when you're retargeting, you're only looking for people that are like that person anyway. So you're not actually even targeting the email without having permission to, like, you're not saying, let me send you an email now that I've got your email. You're just like, I need someone like that. They've still got to willingly have given it to you. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm conscious of the fact that it's 1:45. So what I'm going to do is actually switch gears. I wish we could talk about this for 5 hours. I'm not going to lie. But
maybe we have to do a Q&A another time just on Facebook.
This is what I was going to say. First up, let's organise, aside from this, let's organise a workshop for Smart Chicks. I think those who are in consent say aye. Everyone else, I'm going to assume yes.
Aye.
Yep. All right, we're all in. So that goes without saying. Do you have an offer that you would like to offer to the Smart Chicks members that's a sneaky offer? And then obviously another offer that is for the Smart Chicks Coterie as well. But our members always get a little bit of an extra special kind of.
Definitely. So normally my one-on-one sessions are $120 an hour. So for your members, it'll be awesome to do it at $97 for an hour. Yeah. And then for the guys on here, I'd love to help you for $79 an hour for the first session. And then on, if we work well together, then awesome. I do a 6-week training program if you want to set up that retargeting. And once a week we meet up and we'll do an hour, and then I'll send you away with some stuff to do. We'll create ads in that time, and we can set that whole retargeting up. So that's the most exciting.
So I'm clear.
So we'll make it 97 for the
coterie and 79 for the members. That's fantastic. And then we're also going to do a workshop with you, whether you like it or not.
And then we'll come together, baby.
But we'll make sure that information is uploaded when this YouTube video is uploaded. We will actually put that information in there. But can you please make sure that you let the guys know in the coterie for promo day tomorrow? So if they're in the coterie, hanging out in the free space, they'll have a session with you for $97, which is amazingly generous. But then even better than that, anyone who is a member will actually get to work with you for $79, which is just awesome. Miriam actually wants to know, she's going in there straight for the big kahuna. How much is your 6-week program? She wants to know.
So it's $720, whatever $120 is for the 6 weeks. Sorry. Yeah. I just do it weekly. So it's just
79
1 hour.
But it'll be 79 for the first one for Miriam. Yeah. Awesome.
But
and if you love that first one, then you can do another 5 sessions or whatever.
Okay. I agree, Kirsty. I agree that I should have been at your house that day. I had a legitimate excuse. I was doing something else. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us until 10 to 1, which is amazing. It's always fantastic. Yeah, and thank you so much, Adair, for chatting to us about grants at the beginning. That was
exciting.
hugely important for us and everyone else.
Thanks,
exciting day. And we're going to switch off and, see you on the flip side,
If
Hollie.
anyone's got any questions, just post it in the group or message me, and I'm happy to answer questions too.
Yeah, well, today's question Q&A day anyway, and I'll upload the video and get it kind of in there, but certainly even under the post of the YouTube video, people can ask in under there, and you can that can be a good track for you to follow to then answer them along the way. That'd be great.
Yeah, beautiful. Thanks for all your questions.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.